Booze.
Could you guys?
It's your girl, Kelly.
Could you guys bullet point some coronavirus topics? What up, guys? Welcome back to episode 2 of the High Vibe Guys. It's your boy Big Booze, Asa Bay, the plant god, and a bunch of other things that got something to do with vegan shit. And then your boy Akil Tally. I said his last name.
Stop, bro.
Just a kill.
Just a kill, bro. What's wrong with you?
Bad. Just a kill.
Asa, Nori, Bay, X, Bay, Nori.
How about I let you do the intro before then, since you got this all scripted out?
13X.
Welcome back to episode 2.
Man.
The God.
The God of plants. I'm sure that's a real person or thing. So we're going to kick it off at the top of this particular podcast by just speaking to a worldly topic, something's going on out in the world that a lot of people are speaking to, and this week it is the coronavirus. Everybody's heard of it, right? Everybody knows about it, except for Kill Tally, who's researching it like 5 minutes ago.
Hey, listen here.
A good thing is not a virus that like only attacks black 7-month-old baby. You know what I mean? Oh, what is that?
Hey, man. There's a virus out that attacks 40-year-old black men with glasses.
Who knows?
What? Really? That's crazy. And her.
But it is a lot of conversation around it. I actually was talking to a coworker the other day, and they're taking a trip to Florida, and they were telling me that like they were afraid to get on the flight because they were worried about like coming into contact with somebody who has the virus.
What up, Carly?
No, wasn't her.
Okay, I'm sorry.
All right, name does start with a C. But Carolyn sounded really stupid to me when she was telling me about this. Just because I'm like, all right, so like you work in a grocery store where thousands of people come in and out every day. Yeah. The odds of you not coming into contact with somebody here, are probably higher, than it would be than you would be on a flight.
Yeah,
but it's just weird to see the fear starting to spread about this slowly. This pandemic originating in China, I believe.
I saw a group of young people who look similar. So I don't want to offend anybody. But this one girl smiled at me, and it disturbed me. Because it looked like, I'm about to shut this shit down. I'm about to touch somebody.
Oh, this just happened just now?
Like 2 days ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right after I was looking at my phone, seeing somebody eat a bat or whatever. Yeah. I come to work and see a group of human beings. We're not going to say any names. But, yeah, I was like, fuck, something going on.
Definitely watch who you let sip off your straw right now. I'm going to say that. I'm going to start saying that. But, yeah, man, it's a big deal. And we actually just got word from Dave, the engineer, the unofficial 4th member of the High Vibe Guys, that a cruise ship off the coast of Italy it was, Dave?
Yeah.
The cruise ship off the coast of Italy, man, was being held at port because a person on board had contracted the virus. And I don't know, have you seen the videos where people are like just falling out?
Just a few on Instagram. I haven't really
I'm sorry, it is 6,000 people.
6,000 people held on a cruise ship because one person contracted the virus. Craziness.
They getting that bread too. 6,000 people on a cruise ship.
Yeah, they are.
Money.
I'm sure the bar is swimming right now in money. Because I would get drunk as hell if that was the situation. Right. Sometimes I get drunk as hell without worried about the coronavirus, but that's a different topic.
Every day.
What about the people falling though? What were you about to say?
So they have videos, like just surveillance videos around China where people are just falling on their face, flat out, just falling left and right. And I guess it like hits you that swiftly, where you don't feel well, you feel like you got the cold or a flu.
That tipping point, man.
And that boy slaps you. I guess it literally knocks you out to where people are falling face first into the street. And this is like multiple recordings of this happening, man. And it looks like something out of a movie, to be real. Like, it doesn't look real the way these people just fall on their face. And it's like, when they fall, there's no type of consciousness in them because they fall directly on their face and they're not like moving. They're not like, fidgeting on the ground and or, recognizing that they should be in massive amounts of pain.
All right.
Kill, you got a baby. What's up?
Well, see, I kind of approach a lot of stuff like that in the same vein, the same way. I really don't live with fear.
Yeah.
So, when there was the swine flu and the unswine flu and the mosquitoes was killing you, and then Ebola, and then
SARS,
3-Ebola and SARS,
yeah,
and mini SARS, and his cousin. I never bought into the fear mongering because this culture is big on fear mongering to get people to do certain things. So when it comes to things of that nature that are out of my control,
yeah. And there's only so much you can do to fight a germ anyway. You know what I mean? Like
I'm not going. I refuse to live in fear of anything.
I feel it.
So,
and that's why I hang out with
I'm
Asa.
precautious.
Asa got that green belt and will smack the shit out of you. I seen him.
Boy, hey, listen. Y'all know them little wooden martial arts training dolls?
Training dolls?
Shut up, Asa. I'm Asa's personal fucking wooden training doll, man.
Yeah.
Every time I see this dude.
He always,
and sometimes I don't see him.
On him. He let me see him. I be walking. It'd be a
Bro.
whole hallway, bro. He don't
And
hit no footsteps.
He do it in front of like old women, like children, police. Just come up, 9 straight shots to the kidney.
That's how cold Asa is.
But he crazy with it.
When they was breaking wooden boards for the green belt ceremony certification, Asa asked for metal.
Metal
Man.
boards.
He was putting his fist through metal boards.
Pow.
All right. So
Cacao.
SARS virus. I got the plant guide around the Asa Bay.
I'm gonna just let them lie. I'm not gonna denounce that because it sounds good.
We called you Superman last episode, so you catching bullets and putting your hands through metal right now, baby.
Big facts.
All right. So the coronavirus, we just chopped it up a little bit about it. Akil said he doesn't give any flyings about it.
Not that I care about.
So sensitive.
Yeah, no, I care about what's going on in the world for sure. I'm an empath, man. I'm a Pisces, bro. I got a Leo ascending and a Cancer moon, bro.
Here we go.
I sound like Asa right now. What?
Nah.
Man, I'm an empath.
I like how Asa clarified. Not really.
Yeah, Asa's way cooler.
All right.
I'm an empath, man. I feel like I'm a water sign. I just feel. And when it's suffering, it's human suffering,
all right,
anywhere in the world,
enough of this
shut up,
astrology.
booze. Then yeah, I feel, bro. I definitely feel it. But like I said, I hate booze. We replacing booze on this
The
podcast.
originator. Sound like the Illuminati.
I don't want to be on this podcast no more anyway. I'm already over it.
The people of the Illuminati replaced the originator of it. Adam Weishaupt or Weishaupt.
Yeah.
He was so smart. It was like, oh no, it's a wrap. He's too powerful. Let's shut him down. But yeah, that's where we at with it, Bulls.
Yeah.
Get
on
amazing,
that,
bro.
Oh, okay, thank you.
This is what
Too
I'm talking
powerful,
about,
bro.
Thank you.
This was going right down the street that I live on, Conspiracy Lane. That's where I live. I like that. We're going to have a whole show about conspiracy theories one day.
Oh, God.
And I'm going to lead it. Boy, I'm telling
You've been weaving it into every conversation already.
You know I'm like a super metaphysician, right?
Listen here. That's all I'm into.
You guys
Alex
ready?
Jones, what's popping?
Alex Jones. You like
I'm
Alex
kidding.
Jones?
That was a joke.
Oh,
He's
God.
a weirdo.
Nah, man.
But I watched a couple of his DVDs.
What's up with this corona? What's the deal? So what's some solutions?
I mean,
What we about to do about it?
like, I agree with Kill, man. It's like, what can you do about it?
We have an immune system
Oh, yeah. I guess.
From that, ooh.
Oh, and
yeah,
I guess
Asa, get on
from
that.
the creator of the universe.
And we forgot to
Get
talk
on
about
that.
how a lot of these people contracted the coronavirus was that it was through the ingestion of animals, man. All right, so like,
Well, damn, I did not know that.
yeah, it
That
came-
just made this even more interesting.
now
Yeah,
they're not saying,
pull up people eating bats. That's probably the most recent thing on there.
and they're not saying that like it's a spreading through animals. They're saying that like got to
That's
you.
where it originated.
That's what originated. Yeah. From a person eating some type of mammalian. I don't know how to say that word, but some type of animal.
Mammalian. I just wanted to.
Hey, bro. You could have let the moment pass, man. And I guess it just ties into diet, and that's why I think we were really bringing up the original topic because it has something directly to do with the high vibe guys talk about every week: food, wellness, nutrition, health, being your best self. And if somebody would have put down them damn bat wings one day, we might not be going through this shit right now. All right.
Right. Yeah.
This is why I stay off the internet and don't watch TV. This is sick.
I know it's disgusting. Yeah. And it's whole,
this
right?
Is sick.
It's not even fried or cooked.
It is alive in a soup, bro.
It's
It's like he doing a bath with celery soap, like a celery stalk soap.
Hey,
Oh, this is sick,
And
is the bat alive?
bro. The bat is doing this,
Oh my god!
like pumping his fist, like yeah.
Oh
Give me
my
that
God.
celery.
She probably holding it from the neck and the claws.
I respect all coaches, but I do not get why people really push the envelope with eating any and everything because that shit just don't look tasty to me.
Well, we gotta put history
into its proper
into its
perspective.
proper perspective, and keep in mind that the Asians are not at their prime right now. Some of them, are pushing the envelope and busting the glass ceiling that was so lowly set, by world rulers being stingy and stuff. But when it comes to their condition, their minds are not on, beast mode right now. They still have residue from wars back in the day, wars amongst each other, different issues or whatever. So
I should just ask for smoke from a whole continent. I'm ready for
no. What I'm saying is that they flexing on everybody on the planet at that state. So everybody can get offended or whatever.
Big,
what I'm saying,
major facts.
What I'm saying is that their
Major
potential is through the roof, and they're not even maximizing off of what they're truly capable of yet.
nice cleanup.
Major.
Nice cleanup.
Clean up crew.
But I hear. I think that's kind of like
There are no lies in that. China runs the technological world.
they kind of run the world. They run our black asses.
Yeah.
They run this
Big
country.
facts.
The tech, martial arts, you name it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man.
All disciplinary sciences fields. That's all of them, all up in there,
Africa.
running it.
But so diet is something that we can control, and I think we're all saying the same thing. Is like that might be a way to help prevent things like this from happening in the future. Really being conscious of it, and things are gonna happen. Like part of being alive is like a part of humanity is just having different illnesses pop up. That's just the history. You had the Black Plague at one point in time, but also was based around nutrition and just cleanliness habits. You know what I mean? Like there was a point in time in Europe where they didn't have water. Well, beer was more available than water, so people drank more beer than they did water. Right?
Dang.
And that's
Whoa.
No, that's not a fact, Dave.
Well, no. So it's not that beer was more plentiful. It's that these things like the beer purity laws in Germany and those kind of things, the beer was safer to drink than water.
Oh man, dang.
So that was like I think there's a great documentary and it's called basically like how beer saved the world or how beer saved humanity, something like that. And like that, like when the bubonic plague and like all the like the Spanish flu and all that stuff. When plagues like that have happened, the alcohol was safer because the way they boil it, they ferment it, they make and their purity laws were so strict that it was safer to drink beer than water.
Wow.
That's
World history, boy. That's my favorite subject, history. Booze, maybe you should read it more.
Hey, but I
Out here
brought up a
throwing
really
out
interesting topic, right?
And
Did you guys know about that?
did you know
History is
that
profound, man. When you put two and
did
two
you
together.
did you know that the modern canine originated from the woolly mammoth? Did you know that? Shut up, Booze. Stick to what you know, huh?
All right. Now that I'm embarrassed, how about we move into the
Thank
topic
you for
of the
cleaning
day?
it up, Dave.
Go for it, Asa.
I just wanted to clean up even more from earlier, just to add on some icing.
He about to offend a whole nother continent. Let's go. Oh, my bad.
Actually,
What you doing over there, Europe? Bang, bang.
anywho, Yeah, I forgot what I was gonna say, so we can switch.
I'm about to say, y'all slow talking cats. We 20 minutes into the podcast, so we ain't hit the subject yet. Let's hit the subject.
All right, come on.
All right,
Let's
the subject
go.
today. All right, so you guys know every week we're gonna be talking about health, wellness, food in particular, diet,
And solutions.
and solutions.
We solution oriented around these parts.
We're gonna just hit a bunch of different areas at all times, man. So today we're gonna talk about what we would have did differently. I think that's what we said.
What would I teach myself, like if I was, to go back or something like that?
If we can go,
what
back,
I wanted to learn when I was little.
there we go. What I wanted to learn when I was little. What I would teach myself.
What I wish I would have learned when I was little.
There we go.
Because we didn't know when we was little.
Oh,
We
right.
wanted some ice cream and toys and
These
cartoons
two.
and stuff.
Hey, God almighty.
Well,
Can we edit that part out, Dave? These
No.
two stammering asses over here. What I would learned with all the capacity to learn the things that are learned
What I wish I would have learned.
let me see you
growing up.
introduce a topic.
with my brain
All right.
power.
But for real, let's get into the topic, y'all. It's what I would have learned when I was younger. Akil, you the oldest in the room by about 15 years or so. You got to.
About 5, but okay, that's what's up.
Coming from the old head perspective.
Old head perspective.
Why don't you go ahead and tell us what were things like? What were things like in the 70s? Tell us, because
I was born in '79, so I could tell you what the last 9 months of the '70s was like. Lots of titty milk. I'm not sure what else you want me to tell you. Formula,
70s to
Gerber's.
70s, brother.
I'm an '80s and '90s baby. Graduated in '97, kind sir.
okay.
Okay, but what was the question?
I mean,
Were you born in the 70s?
I was born in
or no?
'79.
Yes
I
or
mean,
no?
we just asked you to speak to the topic, man. Like, what's
Oh my God, that is such a good topic, bro. So first and foremost, I would probably go back and this is kind of how we doing it. Like if 41-year-old Akil could talk to young Akil, or however I choose to
however we choose
play
to
it
do
out.
it.
So 41-year-old Akil could talk to like 14-year-old Akil. I would tell him, save half of everything you get in terms of money. Half. And really, when you're young and you live with your parents, save 3/4.
Man,
and-
I wish.
Bro. Because, I mean, basically, I would teach myself financial literacy. If that, to sum it up. Because finances is kicking my whole ass nowadays. 4 kids. It's for me, that's the bane of my existence. They're taking selfies right now, and Booze just put on the weakest, sexy face I've ever seen in my life. Oh,
bruh.
my
Hey,
God.
bruh.
Please go follow us
Keep
at
talking about
High Vibe Guys. I'm going to change it.
Keep talking about your finances, though. Keep talking. Keep talking. We listening?
I'm going to change it. It's going to have a Z at the end because
Keep
these
talking about
guys like
finances.
Z's instead of S's.
So you would.
But, I mean, that's what I would do, bro. I would go back and I would teach younger Akil the finer points of finances. I would tell him, pay attention in school for sure. Graduate from high school for sure. High school is a dope experience. But I wouldn't have, and people are going to feel a type of way about this, but I wouldn't have wasted years going to college. I would have directed my energy somewhere else.
I don't think college is a waste, man. I think it's just about how you use
For
it.
me, it was a waste.
I think if you go into it with the right mindset of how to use it, when rich people send their kids to college, they're not saying, "Yo, you need to go with the intent of having this job." Hold on, brother. Hold on. You breathing? Well, shut up. So they're not saying like, "Yo, go with the intent of getting this job." They're saying, "Yo, go contact and network as much as possible. Get inside these organizations. Get your name on it. Get the vanity plate saying whatever. Because when you come out of it, it ain't what you know, it's who you know."
I get that, but I got more networking and connections
But that's because
in the working world.
But I
and
think because you didn't go into college with that intent is what I'm just saying. That's
Exactly.
where I started from.
Yeah.
It's what's your intent when you go into it. Now, if you go into it and you're like, I'm going to come out, I'm going to make $100,000 based off of this diploma alone, which is what I was thinking was like, you go there, you get a degree, you come out, you make paper, right? And that's the wrong mindset. I think we go into it with the wrong mindset.
And this is the perfect time to bring up Rockefeller.
What does that have to do
make
with if
that
we were kids?
connection.
Because I mean, we can still just bring it up.
Go for it. Go for it.
No, Brent. This
Oh my God, I'm gonna have to be the guy
Podcasts
between.
are,
like, let's stay on.
this
This not conspiracy theory though. This is actual history, documentation, and evidence.
Mhm.
You know, but Rockefeller, like we learned about, you know, with all that money that he made from oil, he invested in the educational system, the
Which is
medical
facts.
system, etc.
Facts.
And he tweaked it. And he said, this might not be word for word. I might be paraphrasing like a portion.
I think I know
But-
where you're going with this.
But he said, I don't want a nation of thinkers. I want a nation of workers. And the system is designed specifically for that. Yeah, you're going to go and learn how to you're going to learn how to do a craft so well that you can make money and get compensated from it. But at the end of the day, you as an entity or a being or a soul, an actual human being, we're not getting educated on that part. And it's leaving a lot of us dangling, hanging, looking crazy, you know, on a gerbil wheel in life.
And speaking to this, that whole how he impacted it, he actually took away different parts that were more more part of the curriculum in the past. So it went from being like this being a curriculum to that being a curriculum to make the people more opt to just have a job and work for somebody else the rest of their life.
Yeah.
But that's why I would, that's my personal. If I were to go back and to do college differently, it would definitely be go in with intent to network, to be a part, to get in that circle, because it's gonna be a lot of people who come out of your class and different classes who gonna do something with their life.
True.
And if you can be associated with them and have a genuine relationship at that level from when you was 18, 19, 20, man, that's a deep bond that you have, and that opens a lot of doors for you to do the things that you want to do, because it's always going to be about who you know and not what you know.
And
Very
who
true.
knows who?
So I want to jump in on the topic of things I would do differently, or what I would go back and teach myself. And I'm gonna bring it back to the food and nutrition piece, because I think that's what we kind of like is our home base. I definitely would slap the sugar out of my hand when I'm about to make Kool-Aid. I would teleport in every time I was about to make a picture of Kool-Aid and smack that shit out of my hand. Because I grew up in that house where it's like, you put in like 8 cups of sugar and then you put in 4 more tablespoons.
That's just not enough.
It's not enough. It's like, okay, it's syrupy, but it's not syrupy, right? So for me, it'd definitely be diet, man. I remember I was like 12, 13 or some shit. And my mom's came to me and she was like, I got something to tell you. And I was like, what's up? And she was like, I got the diabetes. And it's funny now, but like I didn't know what it was. I thought it was like Ebola. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, no. I break down and I'm like, I remember like crying. And she was like, you know what? I just can't eat cheesecake for breakfast no more. And mommy, I know you ain't say that. You ain't gonna listen to this shit no way, so it's all good. But my mom was just like, I just gotta change my diet. And it was so crazy because it was like when it was a fad before keto, where I can't remember the name of the diet, but it was the same thing.
Atkins,
Maybe Atkins, right? And I remember my mom's making pepperoni chips, you know what I mean? Because he was eating like heavy meat at this time.
That sounds like the Atkins stuff.
And
Like pepperoni and baking it, making the chips?
Like,
or
yeah.
like they sold pepperoni?
No, she would get
She
pepperoni.
made them,
She would get pepperoni, get it sliced, and then
like put them in the oven or something.
Yeah.
Deep fry them
and then make it into a chip as opposed to eat a potato chip.
on the go.
And it's just crazy,
Pepperoni
man.
on the go.
If I could go back, because I mean, one thing I know, while we being honest, man, is like I struggled with my weight my whole life, and I got to the point to where you got to have a sense of humor, you got to be confident. A lot of the stuff that who I am comes from me having to build that up to carry who I am as a person, because you got to battle with a lot of things when you overweight. And I definitely didn't learn until later in life, like, you know what, you're overweight because you're like, you know, instead of getting up in the middle of the night and drinking water, you're drinking Kool-Aid and eating popsicle. You know what I mean? But that was me when I was 13. I might get a piece of fried chicken when I'm at it. You know what I mean?
Hey, I do the vegan version of that for sure.
But you know, the thing is though, it's like
morning, baby.
if I could have got some celery or something like that, you know what I mean, it would have helped avoid a lot of the battles, man, that I dealt with later in life. And I've been fortunate to not have any major health issues and to be able to, you know, say that I'm more or less healthy and to get to this point to where now I'm trying to reverse a lot of the damage that I'm doing to my body. But for our community, man, it's like just having that influence, just having somebody who was eating positively around me would have been dope.
I'm over here singing the song.
He over rapping to himself, bro.
Oh, God. Asa Bay is the worst. Nori Bay, the
I told you, bro. Asa, Nori, Bay, 13X, Dory from Nemo.
Nori from Nemo.
Y'all about to start messing
30-second memory. But that would be my first thing because, like, I grew up in that community where, like, everything was pork. I don't remember too many other options. Fried chicken was a staple.
It's something about
3-4
chicken,
times.
bro.
It is.
I used to be a chicken hawk.
What?
Because chicken, I don't know
Listen.
either.
Y'all never mastered eating chicken wings.
Oh, no.
Boy,
I learned that in college.
sickening.
I used to like every
I'm talking-
portion piece, like that. I
bro.
used to go
Yeah.
crazy.
Even the little baby part of the wing, the little
Eating the gristle, you know what I mean?
sickening.
And I grew up, but that's just a part of my family's history, man. My mom, she grew up on a farm, or my grandmother grew up on a farm. And it's the saying from the rooter to the tutor, right? Because you ate the pig from the rooter to the tutor.
Every part.
So you was eating that nose, the snout, they like that. They eat the
Ears
tail,
is crackling, baby.
the cartilage, pig feet, you know what I mean? So like that is literally in the heritage. My family's history is to eat
The
every
buttholes probably are chewy.
and shit. They was eating it though, shit. They was eating it, then cleaning it out and having chillings.
What?
Hey,
What just happened?
Oh
the
God.
pig, man.
I get it,
People
man.
be. They
I also been on this booty eating tip recently,
Hey,
man.
what's up with you?
Not to be confused.
He had a whole story before this even popped off about
cannot-
booty eating. Not him. No, I'm not talking about him.
Not at
But
all.
but
Never.
let me.
He definitely is in the
Wow.
realm of having a conversation. Hey, back on topic.
All right, yeah, jeez.
You're
You're supposed to be, Booze. You're supposed to be the levity of the like. You're supposed to
Right.
keep
No,
us.
I'm not. No, I'm not. That's not.
You said that earlier.
I said I'm the in between your conspiracy theories and some other shit. I ain't say nothing about being.
I think-
See how he just put me under. Yeah,
No, I'm just saying,
bro.
Oh, I'm the conspiracy theorist, right?
I said some
But
other
I-
shit.
But Asa would probably lean more towards my side than the opposite.
I says balance.
Asa, me and you have had conversations, bro.
But balance is key. 'Cause
You
I'm also
you hit me
ratchet,
with the adrenochrome conversation.
bro. But I also meditate to Meek Millie.
All right, so
Yeah.
yeah.
That'd be my big thing. Meek Mill, shout out to him.
How do you meditate to Meek Mill yelling at you the whole time?
Cause if you could master that, then
Hold on, wait a minute.
That's
I'm
a
saying,
good point.
This is a
Big
real.
facts.
Listen, bro.
Yo.
Listen. We be reading all them books about all them goddamn gurus and monks meditating on the
Big
mountaintop, on the
facts.
roof, whatever, for 1,000 years. They can't do that shit in no urban city. So if we can master the art of balancing the mind or neutralizing all of those low frequency influences or whatever, when you step outside your home into this crazy ass world, you're gonna have, a one up on the average person who not even giving attention to something like that, So I got more focus, I got more clarity, I could be in the moment, I could be present, et cetera, et cetera.
And you seen that a lot, man. And like when they talk about like the guy from the urban area when he go to the college and how he dominate in one way or another because he got that different mentality from
Yeah.
having survived.
Like 50
outside
Cent.
of this. Like 50 Cent.
Yeah,
Or
50
like
Cent,
or like
Jay-Z, Master P.
Yeah, Master P.
Yeah.
Excellent examples of people having that hustling mentality and having that different mentality of having to do anything to survive. You know what I mean?
If you start living off the sun and water, maybe you would think and speak like that.
Everybody can't be from Krypton. All right.
I'm about to bake it.
All right. So it's a good.
So
segue
Asa,
over-
Asa, what would you tell young Asa?
What would Cast Tech? What would you do? What would Jesus do? WWJD.
Asa went to Renaissance.
The greatest high school of all times.
If you live in Detroit, you know the Cass Renaissance has a big time rivalry. It's more
I'm
lopsided.
pretty sure it's like
because
1 and 2.
I know when I was in school, Cass was voted like the best high school in the nation.
Notice words. This is English grammar. Notice he said the word like, not to be confused with it. Exactly.
I think Renaissance might have made the top 30 schools on the west side of Detroit. But
Chill, bro.
Quick
right.
question. Do either of your schools have a documentary based around them?
Cass does.
That's not played inside the school. That's actually played. It's actually played on
And
National TV.
and
No,
I-
I don't know, boo. You might be winning right now.
And
What
I
school
made
you go to?
I went to the school called Little Rock Central High School in Little Rock. It is one of the most well-renowned high schools because it was a big part of the civil rights movement.
Yeah, and it's huge.
It is huge. It has wings.
It's like a
It
college
literally has
campus.
Renaissance Phoenix. Those guys have wings.
Oh,
All right. So
Phoenixes.
fun
Is that a
fact.
word?
Shout out to my mom's.
your school is as big as a garage, bro.
The new school?
Everybody look
Not
up
the
the
new
Little
one.
Rock
The new school?
9. That
Not
is
the new one. The new
the
one's
documentary on Little Rock.
Oh, okay,
And,
okay.
so that was
okay.
in '68. My mom's went to that high school in '70, right? 1970.
Yeah.
And so we've had conversations. I've had conversations with my uncle where he told me about literally getting into fights every day because people would spit on them, throw bricks at them. You know what I mean? Because it was like 45 black people to like 2,000 white people. 45.
That's the name of my lodge.
Yo, is it really?
Lodge number 45. Yes, sir.
Oh, we about to get into. Let's not get into another topic that we're gonna have a long conversation.
Anyways,
I cannot
was I supposed to
wait
be
see
answering?
where this podcast goes.
it's going to be crazy.
You were gonna talk about what you would do differently.
What would you tell young Asa?
Young
What- yeah.
Asa, what are you embedding them?
Man, so when I was 12, I think that's when I had my first job, and then my first business came along shortly after. I would have been real heavy on my mind about mastering finances because my parents put me up on Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I had the books, Cash Flow, Quadrant, and all of this. But as I grew up, in the back of my head, I took that for granted. I was like, all right, I got this money game down pack. I'm about to spend this. I'm about to do this. And I got caught up in the mix like the average person, you know what I'm saying? Until, up until now, you know, I'm winded out or whatever. But I'm not like, Bill Gates or nowhere where I wanted to be. You know how everybody when they was younger, when I turn 16, I'm going to be straight. When I'm 18, I'm going to be a millionaire. I had to plan down to the T. I would have just had more consistency, more willpower, more drive, and less play at an early age. I think that's what I would have did different. If I could like appear to my younger self, I would have that conversation with them, and I would jump into forget veganism, man. Veganism is so whack to me nowadays. But I would start
Just a coin for
studying exactly. I would start studying myself, my biology, and start taking health. I would start taking that more serious, probably like single digits if I could get to myself that early, you know. And it's a wrap after that. A child shall lead them, you know. We trying to get them youthful minds back.
Boy.
So, yeah, the young people are like their ideas are freaking like through the roof. It's crazy because a lot of times when they got these young, fearless ideas, when you hear them, it's like, duh, dang, why didn't I think of that? Versus us older folks, we are crusty. I need to meditate. Let me pray about it. We
Instead
can't even
of
put
just
two and two
running
together.
head first into
Yeah.
it, and whatever your results is your results, but you learn something.
Exactly.
And then the next time I run head first, I'ma avoid that little, that little wall or that dip in the pavement or whatever the case may be.
Man.
Yeah.
And two things came up when you was talking that came to mind. One is like when we were younger, I remember I grew up like just as Lil Wayne popped. That's like my probably 18. I think he a year older than me or 2 years older than me or the time around the same
Nah,
age.
Lil Wayne is like 39, bro. He's like a year younger than me.
All right, so Lil Wayne just a few years older than me then, and he was definitely. I'm from the South, of course, so he definitely was like a big influence. And it's funny you said like I remember when I was about 18, 19, I'm looking at Wayne like, damn, I get to be a millionaire in like 2 years if I do one or two things differently. You know what I mean? And I really had that mindset. I used to tell a friend of mine, Jazz, all the time, I'm never working for anybody. Fuck that. And I was serious as hell about it. And then I really didn't realize what it would take in order to actually get the millions and how much was behind Wayne's success, because all you see is this polished product of him with a bunch of jewelry on. You know what I mean? with the flyest gear at the time and whatever. And I wish I would have had somebody in my ear to be like, all right, this is why what you're seeing is a facade and why you got to do the things that you guys are speaking to as far as being financially savvy to actually move forward with something. Because I really was on the wave where it's like, yo, I'm going to have this good-ass idea. And I had good ideas, which speaks to the second part of me, what I would do differently is like, man, they do the good ideas be flowing when you're young. It's like you got all the ideas. They come to you without trying.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And but I didn't have the initiative to actually move forward with them, though. You know, it's like, I used to tell people all the time, because I had good ideas regularly. I said, I give away a good idea. I used to give away good ideas all the time. And I wish I had somebody in my life to be like, all right, just don't give it away. Do something with it, man. And maybe you can get to the $1 million like you doing, like you see Wayne with. But definitely, I feel that, man. And for anybody who might be listening who's younger, and which should probably be like 4 people, it takes time to develop wealth, for real, man. Like, even though we live in a day and age where it's easy to become a millionaire, my man sitting across from me, Dave, the engineer, he's a multimillionaire, and he's somebody who I aspire to be. But it definitely takes time to build wealth, you know what I mean? And the more you kind of like live in the world, the more you see that it's like you got to be disciplined. And I think that's why I respect Asabe so much, and that's why I respect Akil to some extent too. He ain't bought a new shirt. He ain't bought a small
It's a very small.
Time out. Hey, man. Hey, bruh.
Hey, we were talking about discipline, so I had to pull up.
Said, to some extent, I respect 37% of what he does.
Talking about discipline, right? I had a subject use on.
I get that. Yeah.
All right.
Asa is. This show seems like Asa and the Pips, like, but not to, get too far away from the subject. Asa is definitely a very disciplined cat.
Yeah.
Being around him will force you to be more disciplined. It's just an energy, just a vibe he has. But yeah,
Sounds so forceful.
it's the truth. It's the truth, bro. You got a lot of power, man. This is a powerful triumvirate right here. Triumvirate means 3, booze. Three of it. Anyways.
That was a crazy
I
fact.
thought
Kid.
triumphant was like
Triumvirate. See? And thank you. Triumvirate.
oh, okay.
Well, I don't think you pronounced it like that the first
Yeah,
time.
actually,
You said
actually did.
Triumphant.
I'm so glad we record these. You guys are so stupid.
So we can
Y'all are
rewind
so
that.
stupid.
We need to check that.
I'm so glad we record these because I 100% said triumvirate.
Okay.
I can spell it for you too.
All right, brother.
All right.
So yeah, with that, man. Any other like things on you guys' minds with this topic, man?
Yeah, man. So a lot of times when we get older,
Why you look at me?
I just happen to look at a kill.
Why look at me?
A lot of times when we get older, we be like, damn, I wish I would have did that when I was younger or whatever, and we give up. We got to keep in mind that who we are is still inside of us. You know, we might be a little rusty. We might be a little molded or, concrete or, dense. But we do have because we got to keep in mind, polarity is a real thing. That's a universal principle, you know. And if we do the necessary things, we can reverse the aging process. We can heal ourselves up mentally, restore our subconscious mind. We can do a whole bunch of things, but we got to start, like you said, the key word, initiative. We got to have that drive. We got to have that push, and we have to will that into existence. And we got to start, those of us who are kind of hip, we got to start doing a better job of making that cool, because most people followers anyway.
Big facts.
Yeah, so we can make that, dope, to be your best self ever, that'll be the new health wave instead of just hit the gym and protein and kill myself after I get these muscles, a couple years after I get my best body.
There was some point in time where our culture praised like ignorance, or there's like a dumbing down of the culture.
Goes on now.
Still
man.
goes on now, but I'm
was-
talking there was like a nexus to it. Like at some point in time, somebody said it's cool to not know shit. It's cool to be ignorant to stuff or to pretend like you're not smart.
That's
lame to me. I've
movies,
always hated
media.
that. Exactly.
That's what they used to, hype up.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know, bro. Shit, I don't know.
Yep.
What you doing? Nothing.
And that's cool.
Chilling.
And sometimes desirable. Like, I know guys that talk like that. We work with certain guys that talk like that. And sometimes that's desirable to the opposite sex. We got to change that whole paradigm.
And it's funny you speak about like that whole concept of being ignorance, being cool, and trying to be your best self. I remember when I was in high school, I had this clique called Memphis, right?
I wish I went to Little Rock.
Hey,
I swear, bro,
Little Rock High
this is
School.
the greatest high school ever.
It was. So I was
Outside of Cass, but still.
whatever. So I had this clique called Memphis. It was Make It Easy, Money, Pimpin' Hoes and Style, right? It was me.
Memphis Bleak. That was.
We stole
That's
his
what.
name.
Yeah,
We
that's
stole
what Memphis. That's what the Memphis and Memphis Bleak stands for.
Yeah, but making
For real?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yep. And we had named our clique.
Making easy money, pimping
Pimpin'
hoes and style.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that was the name of the clique. That was me, my boy
Glad I
Q,
know that.
Ray. Hey man.
Ridiculous.
Savage.
And but we got down on like just being fly, being assholes. Like that's who we like. That's literally like who we were. And I remember once at some point it happened, man. We was teasing a guy, teasing whatever, and you know, like we would make scenes out of everything. You know what I mean? Like we was in the cafeteria, we getting the whole cafeteria to look at us roast your ass. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And like we going around in a circle just beating you up with jokes. And I remember this cat transferred schools. You know what I mean?
Because of y'all.
We definitely led the wave on harassing this guy. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
We definitely like popped it off. And I remember, I never forget, like I had knew some personal stuff about him, and I said, "Oh, this coming out the back pocket today."
Uh-oh.
I was like, "You got on your granddad's shoes." You got It was just like low blows.
So brutal.
It was brutal, man. And you know, again, like I'm chunky, and I'm really pushing off the negative energy I'm getting on other people to deflect, you know.
Right.
But it got to the point to where I was good enough to be cool, and I'm not the coolest guy in school. I ain't gonna claim to be all that,
You
but
pretty cool, Booze.
I definitely at that point had, you know, this level of coolness to where I felt like, you know, I got a clique, we dress alike, we stealing from stores, you know what I mean?
So we dress alike, we steal it from stores.
You know, like we was doing all the bad, you know, y'all know the episode of the Boondocks. I want to hang out with the bad kids. I was
Do hood rat things.
doing hood rat shit.
Yeah.
But then at some click, when this kid transferred, I felt bad. I was like, I knew what he was doing was wrong. And I stopped hanging out with these cats. And I remember it was like a big 180. It was the biggest change I consciously made ever in my
Thank
life
you
at that point.
for saying 180 and not 360.
Oh,
I
bro,
appreciate you.
people.
That's why I
Oh,
wish
my
I would have
God.
went to Little Rock, Arkansas.
Well,
High school.
He was going to talk shit if I would have said 360. So I
Yeah,
was trying to
bro.
say 180. Bullshit, you know that's a complete circle. It went all the way around.
You'd have
same
been
spot.
back
Yeah.
in the same spot.
But I did this 180,
I
man.
did a whole 360.
I'm the same person.
Yeah. I can't. I remember I used to like jump in the air and I'd be like, "Watch this 360 I'm about to do," and I would like do a quarter turn.
I did a 90.
Mama, watch this.
Bob, I did a 90.
But making that decision at that age, man, to stop hanging with these cats was literally the hardest thing I had did in my life at that point. And I remember my boys was like, "Yo, yeah, so you ain't rocking, we ain't fucking with us no more." And it's like, man, nah, because we terrible people. You know what I mean? But when
How old were you?
I was like 17 when I made this conscious. It was a very
I was about to say, bro, that's very young to make such a
Hey, that's mature for sure.
mature decision, bro.
but I
I
think
just said that.
I was blessed, man, in the sense that like I
What's a
had
synonym for mature?
my older cousin Dalen was like a basketball legend, and it was like in a grade above me, and so it was easier for me to make some decisions because nobody would ever really say or have too much to say to me because Dalen ran my school. You know what I mean? So it's like I can make hard decisions, and I was blessed because I used to hate him coming up because he had all the girls. He played every sport and was super athletic. But I also didn't realize he was opening doorways for me to be myself. You know what I mean?
Opening up doors on different floors. You know, I'm.
Oh, no. Wait. Is that gonna be a regular part of the show? Because you gotta give like some prep time for that, bro.
Oh God! So this is gonna be followed by the freestyle segment by Asanori Bay. He's going up the top of the dome for 20 minutes straight.
Bars, stars coming out the garage.
What's the rapper you sound like doing that?
I don't know.
Akil, I'm surprised he ain't bringing some
Bro, can you
Hey,
please
man.
do dog? Can you
Battle, go ahead and do the battle
can
rap.
you
I
do
know
the
you
impersonation?
bringing out the garage. Go ahead.
Can you do that same person's impersonation with the rap though?
Oh no, he gonna
that
know
would be
exactly.
nasty.
He gonna know
Just
exactly
don't
what I'm
tell him
talking
about
about.
the podcast.
Oh, he'll find out about it.
I'm
He
sure
lo-
he
bro,
listens, he listens to
he
the session
loves-
right now. You know what
Listen
I'm
here,
saying?
right?
I found the loop.
He
like-
loves.
It's like this shit ain't even been uploaded yet. How you listening to a session already, B?
I think the 3 people on this podcast are probably like top 4 people in his life, like people he loves.
You know what?
And he has a stepfather and a mom, so one of them didn't make the list.
Let's switch it up for you, Tattletale. Come on, man. All right. Dang, a kill.
So I'll let the wrap up and say,
Next
man,
episode.
making them decisions to change the young. And I say too, man, when I made that decision to change at that age, damn, this is deja vu like a motherfucker. I swear I dreamt this. Anyway, I swear to God.
Me too. The
when I
green
made-
and black too.
The green, what you just said,
creepy.
I'm telling you.
Deja
creepy,
vu,
bro.
Yeah.
Making that decision at that age, man, and being able to do it was definitely a game changer. And shit, but the thing is, I think most people want to be good people at that age. It's just having the confidence to do what you know is right, because that's one of the hardest things to do when you're younger, man. It's not to be a follower and not to follow them footsteps of other people, because intuition is a motherfucker. You know what I mean? And I can't imagine what it's like to be a young lady in today's world, because y'all they already born with that divine intuition. You know what I mean? And to see what you got to kind of conform to kind of walk the path of being a successful young lady or being popular and all that shit, you know, looking at that IG shit, you know, like that's got to be a lot to say, you know what, internally, this is telling me not to look like this. This is telling me not to associate with these people, you know, not to be on this wave. But I'm doing it anyway because that's what I'm supposed to do, or what I'm being told I got to do. And it's a crazy world we live in, man, where people got to battle them. I couldn't imagine picking up my phone every day at 13 and just seeing them images and what you got to be. And
This
what's
my competition, and this is
Boy.
in their head at least.
in their head,
Yeah.
and probably outwardly too. You know, like
Man.
you know, shit. What you're thinking is expressed in your behavior and your actions. So you know, like all that has to be taken into account. And man, like Luna got a lot to come into, man. She got a beautiful mother. She got a handsome father. She gonna be in, growing up in.
Beautiful mother. What up, P?
What up,
What up,
P?
sis?
What up, goddaughter? Love y'all. ...
This my last show.
Oh
My
man.
man's gonna replace me.
The next podcast we have, man, we gonna get to the room before we get here. Dave won't even be here, and like, homeboy gonna be sitting in the chair waiting on us.
I heard your podcast. I didn't like it at all.
Gonna turn around in the
There
chair
was a-
slowly. Fella.
So the format of the show is gonna be.
I was thinking.
Oh God.
Oh man, hey, listen, bro. I love you, man. You gonna know exactly who we
Jacob.
talking about.
Jacob Tinsley.
Yeah.
Shout out, bro.
Fake names moving forward, real quick, lad.
Oh,
So
God.
Jacob Tinsley is the guy we're talking about. Shout out Jacob. We love
That's
you, bro.
that's little bro.
Yes, sir.
We love you, little bro.
JTZ.
You know we special.
Man, you guys got anything else on the topic? Y'all want to kick it to the astrology?
No, I'm me and Younger Kill already. I wish also would grow up. Me and Younger Kill are in good accord, man. That financial side was the health side for sure. So I could help my old dude, because my dad
Yeah.
died from diabetes, and I got to see him suffer through
I think
amputations.
there you go. I didn't want to say it, but you gonna say it.
Both legs
Wow.
at the knee.
And then you say when this happened, he was still eating
Oh,
poorly.
Pops, you here with me? You know what's popping. My dad, so memorable. My dad had during the later years of his life, he was wheelchair bound, and amputated one of his legs. He had a prosthetic, and when he got his prosthetic, he was supposed to come home, walk around the house, and get used to using the prosthetic. And he had because he was in the hospital for so long, he had lost a lot of weight. So the first thing he did when he came in the house, threw the prosthetic to the side and told my moms, "Hey, I want some fried chicken," and all the typical stuff that he just couldn't.
Addiction.
out the gate, you just lost your leg. And he like, hey, my pops had to be like 74, 75 at the time, died at 80. Be like, hey, this is all I know. So, yeah, I would, if I was just to add on to the financial side, the health side is for sure something I would have focused on to help my pops, because I love that man to death, to life. But anyway.
What's your father's name?
Arnold Perry Talley.
Rest in peace, Arnold Perry Talley.
Love you, pops.
Much love.
Yeah. Honestly, you are just ridiculous.
Oh my God! Can we not have a sincere?
No,
No,
it's too
I was
late.
thinking ATP.
ATP.
But it's APT.
Crazy, right?
Yeah, that's what the face was for.
I know he wasn't. I know he wasn't on no like insensitive stuff. Like, oh my God, rest in peace to his father. Oh jeez, get on with it.
Come on, no. I thought it was
Oh my
sweet.
God, get on with
That
it.
was definitely the
I thought
vibe
it was
I got.
sweet. Nah.
That's the
That
vibe
was
Booze
tight.
gives. That's Booze.
So gave me the I'm ready for a green smoothie vibe.
All right, y'all.
Astrology.
I see you got something you can give people. You know what? Matter of fact, we are in
Pisces.
Aquarius right now.
Okay.
The sun is in Aquarius.
Yeah. See how Asa holds. Boy,
Here we go.
I tell you what.
I was just differentiating because
can you
different
give-
planets are different places.
Can you give some of our good Aquarius folks some nice little knowledge on their sign or anything you can partake?
If you could do that voice intro, yeah.
Anything.
If you could do that impersonation intro, I got
So
you.
Asa,
Yes, sir.
we were wondering, cause we got so many fans, mostly mine. We were wondering if you would be able to talk on the sign Aquarius. I think that's how. Let me read it again.
The next podcast, I'm like sitting behind
Alexa.
the wall because somebody gonna be shooting through the window of these cats.
Facts. All right.
Alexa, how do you pronounce Aquarius?
All right. So, for them and the general public, a lot of people think Aquarius is a water sign because it's pouring out some water. But we got to keep in mind things go in a different order, in reverse, up there. So, just like we had the sun moving into Aquarius as far as our perspective is concerned on Earth, because really we got to keep in mind the Earth is moving around the sun.
Mm-hmm.
But meaning it's having different effects on our biologies. But at this particular time, it's excellent. This age and this 30-degree window, it's important for us to tame our minds, clear our minds, and that whole mental health push. That's something that's real serious because you already know, you hear people say something like the mind is the all, the universe is mental. That's where it's at. And even if we eat all the healthy foods in the world, you know what I'm saying? If we don't have a proper, clear, poised consciousness, we're going to have some type of defaults or some type of errors, that are going to travel through to our temples. But one thing that I wanted to share is the science of the breath, the importance of that. A lot of times we just go through the day just taking for granted our breathing, when in actuality we can take the time to center ourselves, pause, take deep breaths like you started us off with the 8-7-4-8-4-7. What was it?
748.
748. I jacked it all up.
Oh, no.
748.
Yeah, whatever.
But Booze gave us a introduction earlier with some breath work. But if we were to utilize that, the average person, throughout the duration of the day, our days will be so much more enjoyable, fulfilling, successful, etc. Because our minds will be on those places that we appreciate. Breathing properly is like, I tell people, it's like putting your hands on a steering wheel inside your mind, and if you're not breathing properly, your mind is just ripping and running all over the place, getting influenced by all your external, phenomena. So, yeah, for Aquarius is all across the world right now, that's the main thing we need to do is take advantage of that breath, master the element air. Air is mental. Get some fresh oxygen, step outside, clean out the body, get that energy up, and just master the art of the breathing so you can master your mind to make everything else simpler. Even the challenges would just seem like a problem to solve versus like an actual issue, bringing you some pressure or triggering fear, et cetera, et cetera.
And I'll testify that. Yeah, I'm the one that's skeptical out of the three, and it's a lot of things that.
In regards to what?
Most things you guys have to say.
Astrology, astrology, metaphysics. Yeah, along them lines.
Yeah, I believe one of you guys told me you levitated at one point, so I'm very skeptical. But I will say that I believe
Like an outer body experience or something.
Hey, bruh, let it.
I'm trying to see what you talking about. I don't know.
I don't remember because it probably was you.
I don't know. I ain't never
Astral
levitated nowhere.
projection.
Astral projections.
Yeah, Booze, you just think we are here on the planet.
I need proof. No, I don't. I believe a lot of things, but you can't just tell me something and I'm
So when you close your eyes, what is that? What's going on? And why is it that every single thing that you do has to get a say-so from that? You know, that you just had to address when you close your eyes, that blank, that darkness.
You kind of lost me, but I am skeptical.
I'm saying that Mike
There's
in
a
front of
consciousness that
you,
is
Akil
always just present.
Akil just go. It's okay. You can go. It's all good.
There's a consciousness that's always present. And I don't know where I was going. That's what cut me off.
But what I'll say is this: is that like I've learned to like have multiple like. I believe in spirits and all this other stuff, but
Do you believe?
but it came after like me having multiple resources. One thing, I was an African American Studies major, right? One thing about African American Studies you learn is that you need to have multiple resources to kind of tell you what you're learning, so you don't believe the first thing that falls in your lap.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I ask, what is your proof a lot of the times, because I need to be able to verify for myself, because I'm not finna go off of what.
Whoa.
What?
Can that be a continuous thing?
What?
Like something that you're skeptical about and we
yeah.
have to show
Okay,
and prove?
I would love that, because
That
a lot
would
of
be
shit comes up
amazing.
that y'all talk about that I'd be like, all right, where's the fucking proof at?
So like what? What's one thing we can start off with?
Let's say for the next show, let's go with
We could do a little end cap preview,
how about
15, 20 seconds.
we'll make it a surprise topic, because I don't want to come off the dome, but we'll talk about it outside of here, right? And then I'll introduce the topic, and then you guys give me the proof, so we can use that to like kind of move, either go one way or another with it for me.
Okay.
Definitely.
Yeah, I like that.
That'll be my piece of the show, the shit I don't believe in. I said, kill I'm talking about.
It'll be blowing up your brain cells, Buster.
Yep.
All
We
right.
got you.
But one thing I do believe in, was
It's magic.
oh God, is
No. Okay.
the breathing exercises do bring mental clarity. I am all for that, man. I'm 1,000% with it. I definitely believe taking a moment to breathe in, take a breath, hold.
I didn't know you can go over 100%.
Me either.
But it definitely brings.
little rock art.
Hey, man, I'm trying to give you guys some validity right here, and y'all keep stepping on my dang on toes.
I feel it though.
But we'll do the breathing exercises again. Maybe we'll start off the show with that. Maybe not, because that'll just be dead air. But
Can you not kill it with the plop, plop, plop?
I think this is our second episode, kind of wrapping up. One thing I wanted to do we didn't do last time, guys.
What's up?
I wanted to do
Appreciations, man.
appreciations, man. I'd like to end
Big time.
Ending with appreciations, man. Gives us the opportunity to kind of just give people shout outs.
Gratitude, my baby.
Gratitude.
Gratitude, my baby. Can we all give appreciation in Jacob Tinsley's voice? Is that the name?
Oh man,
Probably not, because nobody would get through it. All
I
right.
feel like every time we do this Jacob Tinsley thing, the gun gets bigger that he's coming at us with.
That first podcast, he gonna be like, "Oh, they was talking about me. They mentioned me." And then by the third podcast, we be like, "They mentioned me. I don't know if I like this."
All right. So I want to. I like to kick off. I love appreciations. I love
Ditto.
to be grateful. So I definitely want to shout out to the engineer Dave. Actually took time to sit down with me prior to this, man, and give me some feedback and direction on how to go about this.
Big shout out to Dave.
He was also
Try to be helpful.
Very calm and energy.
you were super helpful, man, and you came in with Tim's. Your jeans was baggy, and then I told my guys, I was like, you know what, he's cool, man.
He said, "Hey, bro, Dave is cool as shit,
I
bro."
rock with him, bro. Like he had on the baggy Tim's, he smoking a cig. You know, I was like, he a laid back dude. You know, it's hard to tell, who you gonna interact with in life, but you definitely are easygoing spirit, man, and you made this process real easy.
Cool.
And you also accepted the fact that Akil was more than half an hour late to our first official podcast.
It started at 11. I got here at 11, 12. I had
Hey.
things to do, with my 7-month-old.
We had a
that I mentioned
4-hour
earlier.
fight.
I love her so much.
We had a fight about this last night because we knew it was oh yeah, and Akil will be eating a Big Mac on the next show.
Oh yeah, that was the deal.
Nah,
that was the
bro.
That was
Hey,
the deal.
No, didn't one
do
chili
CMO.
mustard onion option in there too?
Yeah, you can do a
Nah,
Big Mac
bruh.
from chili mustard and onions.
Oh yeah,
The
that's
Big
easy.
Mac is slapping.
Yeah, that's
oh my
easy.
God.
Sweet.
Well, how about
Yay.
this? I changed my mind. How about you got to buy us Big Macs?
Oh,
Okay, I'm cool with
I
that
like
too.
that better.
I'm good with that too.
So I want to shout out Dave. Next is the other big help for us getting this show started would be Stacy from Reasons Why I'm Single. Good friend of mine from college. Really funny story about how we met, but we'll go into that another day when she's on the show.
Thank you, Stacy.
But
What's up, Stacy?
Stacy, much love, much
Much
appreciation
love.
for all the direction, all the feedback. I couldn't do
Trying
this
to make
without
your
you.
voice deep, bro.
My voice stayed.
I'm talking about Akil.
Oh, okay.
What's up, Stacy?
Much love, Stacy.
Appreciate you, Stacy.
And then my two co-hosts, man, Asa Bay, the Scholar, the Plant Guy, Akil Tally. Hey, Akil,
God, bro, would
Okay.
you
AT&T.
stop saying Akil Tally?
It's my
That is
dog.
so whack.
It's my dog.
Just Akil, bro.
Okay.
God.
It flows though,
I
bro.
actually wrote it down.
AT&T.
We rehearsed this partially last night, and I said, you going to say your name, then you're going to say Asanori Bay 13XYZ to the fourth quadrant, and just Akil.
Well, you should have.
What
did
does
the
he
intro,
do?
bro? You should have did an intro.
I wouldn't have done it well.
Yeah, I know. You don't got the right
So,
energy.
it's a perfect example, children.
Akil Tally.
All right, cool.
Man.
We have your man, boo.
All right, and then
Take over.
All right, so my first appreciation goes out to James Johnson, man.
Big
so
James.
He's an excellent person, but I just really appreciate him for the effect, the influence that he has on me, man, as far as the entrepreneurship, that drive, that hustler spirit.
true.
This
Crazy
brother is like a ninja warrior when it comes to manifesting your dreams. You know what I'm saying? Piece by piece.
He's the definition of doing something you love and going all in. All in.
World traveler, just gave up his old habits, whole life, and just, dove right into, his
Flex
highest
on you with the
highest
rings on
levels.
his finger.
gold. Right. That's his Instagram, by the way, if you want to check him out. Jimmy_Goldfingers.
Boy.
Jimmy_Goldfingers on Instagram. Excellent photographer.
Artist.
World-renowned photographer, actually.
Big facts.
Doing South by Southwest right now.
Big
Yeah,
facts.
yeah,
Doing
you
an
know.
NBA All-Star game this year.
Big facts.
Come on, man.
That's James Johnson for you.
Personal photographer for Foot Locker.
Yeah.
Big facts.
Yes, sir.
Vans.
Vans.
Yeah. And probably your favorite recording artist, Drake, T Grizzly, Dej Loaf, Cash Doll, all them big names, Meek Mill,
Yeah.
all of that. Yeah.
Big props to James.
Yep. My second shout out is going to have to go to you guys, man. I appreciate y'all being some pillars and just dope brothers I could look up to. You know what I'm saying? This world is full of goofballs. It's full of people who don't got nothing.
What are you talking about?
That was
Man,
not me, Jacob Tinsley.
That skull, man. A lot of people that joint be empty, but y'all too. I appreciate your vibration and your bar. That you set individually and collectively. Because when y'all together, y'all dynamic for sure. I
Major
appreciate
facts.
y'all in the kitchen and what y'all about to bring to the table.
Thank you.
To
Pop
the
up
chef
on
world.
February 6th.
February 6th is going down. Be there or be stuck inside the square. Because you're not
Nice.
writing exact if you're not there. That's probably the best poppin'est place to be on February 6th,
Big
2020.
facts. Get this plant-based love.
Chef Akil, Chef Bulls. They're going to do a phenomenal job this year, busting
Cakes
out.
by Nico.
Yo,
Cakes by Nico, yeah.
yes, sir.
Yikes.
Sounds
Go
by
check her out
Christiana.
on Instagram.
Microphone by Christiana. Microphone check by Christiana.
Big facts.
And the Christianaettes.
I think it's called the Day Nights
Yeah, it
and
is.
Funk Wagon. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, it is.
Just joking.
Just joking.
Let me see.
You done with your appreciations, I see?
I wasn't, but if you want to go, you can. It's
Oh, no,
cool.
go ahead,
Nah,
my
it's
baby.
cool. It's cool. It's good. We good.
We gonna hug after this.
I mean, we had 8 minutes for his appreciation, so
I know. I want to appreciate the sun for every morning being so bright. I want to appreciate the moon for every night giving me. Shut up, Asa. Get the damn appreciation, bro. Finish up. Me personally, first and foremost, it's gonna sound all cake, but I want to give an appreciation and show mad gratitude to my better half, my girl Portia. She held me down. I'm crazy.
Hold it down.
If you know me,
Hold it down.
I'm a little special. I'm touched, and it take a lot to maneuver with me. I'm a dreamer. You know, I live in a dream state all the time. So if you rocking with me, you gotta keep me grounded, and she do a good job of that. Even sometimes when I don't want to, or when I'm, you know, what I'm saying, not at my best. So definitely appreciate her. For sure, appreciate her for keeping my baby on the most tip-top of health tips. She breastfeed the baby. She make her food from scratch. Cold-blooded with it.
Shout out to mothers in general, but yeah,
Oh,
especially Portia. We love you.
Hey, yo,
Big
P, if
shout
you
out.
listening to this, I think I see some water in the kid's eyes. It's getting a little emotional over here. So,
And my next shout-out goes to Jacob Tinsley. My next shout-out, or my last show of gratitude, is to my brothers as well. Because in all aspects of life, it helps to have a person that you can look towards as inspiration. And to have two super dynamic, powerful dudes in my circle. It's like a daily, if I'm around them, I feel like I'm the weak link in the circle. So I'm always feeling like I'm learning something. I'm always feeling like I'm growing if I'm around these two. Even when we just snapping, joking, I feel like they boost my energy. They boost my you know what I'm saying, my love, my excitement. And
Hold on, you about to make it weird.
when me and Booze hug with our shirts off, you know what I'm saying, right before we punch in, huh? We hug with our shirts off and we make sure that our chest hairs intertwine just so. But nah, man,
yo,
you couldn't find two dudes that are more genuine, more honest, and Asa, I swear to God, you a Dory. Jesus Christ, attention span of
I'm right here, bro.
like a gnat.
I'm right here.
But thank you, brother. I do appreciate the
But it's real, man. Y'all too. Booze pushes me every time I see him. On a physical level. Asa pushes me on a mental level, and it's a dope combo. Dope combo. And I love them boys to death, to life. That's all I got. That's all I got.
And we want to do one last little appreciation, and we're gonna wrap this up. I think I speak for all of us, man. When I say this comes from the bottom of my heart, we appreciate this guy named Big L, Larry Austin.
What up, Big L?
Big L.
Oh, I just burped in this
Big,
way. I'm sorry,
bro.
But
Larry, not to be confused with Larry's.
Right. Big
Larry.
Lawrence.
But this dude is an inspirational figure to hundreds, maybe even thousands, man. I'm not just saying that to Big.
It's
as hell.
not a thousands.
If you know him, man, you've been touched. He's just one of those special people that you meet. It's very few people like him in life, man, who have that ability and that gift.
Natural magnetism.
To speak to you, to build you up, to spark a fire that you didn't know existed, to get you hype about what you didn't know you could be hype about, to make you
Farmer
want to be your
Jack's
best.
88, baby.
88,
baby.
Oh my God! If you know Larry, you know what the 88 is. But Big Dog, we
Russell.
appreciate you, and you
Russell.
are definitely a special person in my life. You're a special person in all our lives, and this particular trio probably wouldn't be here if it weren't for you, man. So
Big
I appreciate
facts.
you, love you, man, and I can't wait to see you do whatever you're gonna do with the rest of your time here.
Love
Man, I
you,
made
big
it sound
bro.
real short, but it's gonna be a long time.
Oh, it's
too.
going to be long. I just burped.
All right, it was awkward. All right, so let's wrap it up. Second episode of the High Vibe Guys. We appreciate all the love. We'll be back soon. Hopefully, this takes off and I can quit my day job. But if not, which I expect for that not to happen, then
We will be back. Trust me.
we gonna get to do this again and see you soon. Peace.
Peace.